do with or without. If you know for sure that you have a black backflow valve, what we're doing is if there's a break in the line or the power goes out long enough, then the pumps are going to stop working and the sewers are going to start backing up, and they can back up into your home. I remember being told a story about after earthquake in California, there was a family and they were camped out on their lawn. Their home looked fine, and so they are asked, why are you camping out on your lawn? And it was because the sewer had backed up into their home and they couldn't live in it. So this is what we're going to try and avoid as much as possible. If you have a black backflow valve, the way that it works if your pipe's running this way, it just goes down like this. When water comes out, it goes down like this and it comes back up. Okay? So it's going to stay blocked as long as you're not putting stuff through it. So what you want to do is you would want to turn off, you would want to flush all your toilets, get all the water out. You want to plug up all your drains. You want to just make sure that no water goes down those drains. So you're going to put signs, whatever, you're going to make sure you tell your family, do not do this. You also may want to just empty your water before you do that. Empty all your water pipes. Yeah. So we're going to turn the water off and then empty the water because you can use that water. Does that make sense? And then you don't have any water left in your pipes to worry about it. You don't want anything going down there. No toilets flushing drains.
So you turn off your water and then you flush your toilet and then it should be just
dry.
An empty bowl.
Yeah.
Coming out of the sink.
Okay, and then just open your faucets to let all that water out and catch it and
save the water
Yes.
in the bowl, in the sink.
Yes, and then don't put anything down because it's not going to back up immediately. It's going to take some time. So empty stuff while you can and get your water that you need to use, and then don't use it until you know for sure that it's safe. Okay? If you do not, then obviously you're going to use alternate toilet and sink, whatever situations. Okay, so if you don't have a backflow valve, or you don't know if you have one, you're going to want to flush your toilet, and then you're going to go, if you have a basement, you're going to go in your basement and you're going to plug every drain that you have, and on the floors, in the sinks, the toilet, the bathtubs, showers, whatever it is, any drains that are below street level, you want to plug up. One of the easiest ways to plug them up is just to get squishable foamish balls like this, and then stuff them in there. Nerf, whatever, you can get them. If they're too big, you can use a knife, you can cut them to the size that you need, stick them up in your toilet bowl, plug up your sinks, your everything that you can, your floor drains, as tightly as possible, because you want, if that sewage is coming up, you want it to keep it from coming up anymore. You could get a ball like this, you could even put it in a sock, cover it with some shortening or some grease or some Vaseline, something, and stick it in there. That will help with smell, but it will also make it easier to pull out when you pull it out.
Can the backing up sewage create enough pressure to pop those out?
It's possible, but you're doing everything you can.
I read that you should put those balls in a net bag that you can pull out.
Yeah, that or I just mentioned the sock or something like that as well. Yeah.
How do you back up, how do you plug up the floor drains?
You would probably have to, it has a grate on it, you could probably get the grate off and then do it.
I usually have a screw.
Have a friend that lives in California. She lived through an earthquake, and she also had a huge windstorm, weirdly at the same time. And so she had had this class in Relief Society, and she remembered all this. As soon as it stopped shaking her house long enough before the aftershock started, she ran and started flushing all the toilets, turned off the water. She did everything because she had been mentally ready to do it. She stuffed down the balls in a laundry bag that's netted, and so it hangs over the toilet. She put out all the signs and everything, and at the same time her roof was blowing off and everything, and she picked up her cell phone and called her insurance person. That's how ready she was, so I want you to memorize that.
That's awesome. Okay, another idea other than the ball is you could probably go down to standard plumbing or just another plumbing place, and they've got what they, and I've been wanting to go down there and get one and I haven't, but they've got a plumbing test plug that you can, it's like a balloon of some sort that you can put in there and pump it up, and it will just expand to the area that it needs to go to plug up that drain. So that's another option that you can do as well. It probably would work even better than that. Alrighty. Okay, so let's talk about cleaning and sanitizing. We want to keep things free from germs, but we're going to have to be pouring stuff outside. We want to make sure that the cleaners, the things that we're using, are environmentally friendly. So as you're choosing cleaners and dish soap and laundry soap and things like that, look to see if it's biodegradable. Why don't you start now and preparing to make sure that what you have you could throw out. There's
How do you know?
it will say on it. It'll say on it.
And there's more and more products available in more places. They're pretty big.
Yeah. And here are just a few ideas of cleaning supplies that you can use that are they're very simple. Everybody has them around your house. Baking soda, which you guys have already talked about, is a really good one. Vinegar is awesome. Kills germs. Hydrogen peroxide. I didn't bring rubbing alcohol would be good. Borax as well would be a great thing to have
Somebody
on
termed
hand.
them as all God-given.
Yeah. These are great things to have. You can, if you go on the internet and start researching these things, you will find it can do just about everything that you would need.
You know what I read, I don't know if we haven't tested this, we don't know how true it is, but vinegar kills a different array of bacteria than hydrogen peroxide. So they said if you clean once with vinegar and once with hydrogen peroxide, you can kill nearly everything.
Yes.
Because they kill a different strains.
Thank you. That's awesome. So you could do that. You could also use bleach. You want to make sure that your counters are clean, that your toilet surfaces are clean, everything is clean. And it's not going to be as easy to clean things when you don't have running water in your taps anymore. Okay.
Susan?
Yes.
Don't think that you're going to be really efficient and mix those two things together and do the cleaning. You have to do them one at a time,
Yes.
or you're going to have a big chemical reaction.
Thank you. Make sure you do them one at a time, separately.
Can I make a suggestion for your running water by your sinks?
Yes.
I don't live in South Jordan, and so we were told that our water was being turned off because an animal got caught in the city water. So I knew it just a little bit ahead. So those containers that you buy at the store that have the button at the bottom that you fill up with water, they come in plastic and glass. I filled up each one of those by each sink and put the soap right there so that they could still use the sink. And they could have running water, one hand touches the button, the other one. And let me tell you, it was a dream come true for me, because before that had happened on another occasion, I kept going to the sink and turn it on and go, oh yeah.
That's great. As long as we're able to use our sewer system, that's an awesome idea. I like that.
Is there an easy way to find out if your house has a black backflow valve without going to the builders?
My bet is if you don't know, it probably doesn't. We called South Jordan to see if it was a standard thing that they required. So chances are, if you don't know, you don't. Okay. Also, cleaning and sanitizing. I want to talk to you about Sanitation. This is one of my most favorite products. What this has in it, it has 150 tablets. Just little tablets like this in there. What you do is you put a tablet in a gallon of water, and you have cleaning solution. So in this little tiny bottle, you basically have 150 gallons of sanitizing solution.
What's the name
This
of that?
is called StareMe, and it's going to be on our order form that you can get it. Okay, it's used in the food industry for cleaning, for sanitizing dishes as a second rinse. They use it to clean counters and all their. It's highly used for those purposes. And I did not know. Is it biodegradable? You know?
I don't know, I had
don't
it
remember.
independently tested. You know the guy that we get the Pure Works from, he's an alchemist and he's phenomenal. And I took that to him and I said, will you just test this and tell me how good it is, does it do what it says, and told him what a purpose was. And he actually has a hard surface sanitizer. He came back and he says, this is better than what I sell. And he says, and it kills much better, much more than what it says on the label. He tried it on swine flu, bird flu, killed it all. And it says on there it kills HIV, which it does. But he says they should update their labeling because it does so much more than what their label says.
Awesome
He
stuff.
really sold us on that.
It's very inexpensive, and I mean,